worried about whether the fucking Pacers in the OKC, what's going to go on with that game. They don't want to do that because that requires a lot of work. Love the work. Stop saying, man, I have to go to the gym today. This is what it feels like to not be a bitch. You are now being taught what it means to have discipline. It's about 3:22, and I was kind of thinking what I wanted to talk about today. And I'm going to go over inconsistency. Did I start the camera? I'm going to go over inconsistency and making sure you're staying, and why you end up starting something and why you end up stopping. So I'll tell you, I used to be fucking, bro, when I was like 15, 16, 17, I'm 28 now, but all the way up to the age of about 25, I was very inconsistent in anything I started. I couldn't start something and finish it for the life of me. I would start something, and immediately as soon as it started to get difficult, I would stop. It didn't matter what it was. It was things I started. Like, I tried to be a realtor. I tried to do copywriting. I tried to do drop shipping. I tried to do TikTok shop. I tried to do so many fucking businesses. But the reason they never worked out is because I would give it a couple months, and as soon as it didn't work out, I would look to change, or I would get something that I think Alex Hormozy calls this, like the woman in the red dress, or shiny object syndrome, where I would see something that I thought was better, and I would think that's the better option for me. And it took me a long time to realize that this was what I was doing, and I would do it in everything. I would do it in the gym. It was hard for me to drop certain habits because I was just so inconsistent in everything else. Like, consistency, I realized over time, is actually a muscle. So let's say you're trying to stop, maybe you have like a fucking porn addiction or some shit, and you say the first day I'm not going to do it, the next day I'm not going to do it, and then you end up doing it another time. You end up breaking breaking the days of you not watching porn, and then you end up watching it again one night, and now you're down on yourself when you really just need to get back up and do it again. Like, it's very hard to stay consistency. Like, hard work is not difficult. Learning something is not difficult. But consistency at doing both of those things is the most difficult part of all of this. And the reason it's the most difficult is because if you're not seeing a result from the hard work you're putting in, you're not going to want to, it's going to be very hard to get up and do it again the next day, especially at the same intensity that you did it the first time. Because because it's one thing to go to the gym the first day, especially if you're a fat fuck and you go to the gym the first day and you work your ass off, you do everything you're supposed to eat right, and then after the gym, you walk out the gym, you're happy, and then you look at yourself and you still look the fucking same. It's very hard to get up and go back to the gym the next day because it's like, what the fuck did I do all that for? But the point is, you have to get up and keep doing it, because the person that can keep going regardless of the result, no matter if he gets a result or not, the person that keeps going harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and punching his way to the top, it's a person that's going to beat everybody, because he's not even worried about the result. He's validating himself from the work. You have to validate yourself from the work you're putting in. You can't validate yourself from the result, because the result, who knows when that's going to come. But the work is the only way you validate yourself. And you're like, man, I don't want to work for the rest of my life and not get a result. Let me explain something. There's nothing else for you to do besides work. A vacation, you're just escaping. Going to fucking, even if you got a fucking ticket to Jamaica or fucking Italy right now, you're just gonna go there, look at the views, drink a couple, go to the club, and then you're gonna come right back to reality. So I don't give a fuck to go to no island. I don't give a fuck to go to no other country. I don't give a fuck to go nowhere else. Why? Because I know it's not gonna mean anything for me. I'm probably never gonna go. The only reason I would get out the country or go on a fucking vacation is to appease a wife and some kids or some shit. But besides that, as a single man, I don't give a fuck to do nothing else besides the work. So I'm not even paying attention to the result, because it's like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? I don't miss. I can't miss. And when you're doing every single thing consistent, you're getting up on time, you're working on your business, you're going to the gym every single day, you're working hard, you're doing what you have to do to make sure you're becoming a better man, you become aligned, bro. Your confidence becomes, because you're keeping your word to yourself no matter what, which is the most important part. The result, if you're so focused on the result, once you get the result, you're not going to keep going, because you already got the result. Once you get the 10K a month, the 20K a month, the 30K a month, if you are so focused on result, you're just going to stay stagnant. And the worst part about stagnancy is the only way to go from at being stagnant is to go down, because you're not progressing. There's no such thing as staying the same. It's either digression or going up. So you have to remember, the work is how you validate yourself. So when you go to the gym, going to the gym and doing everything you said you were going to do in the gym that day, working hard, doing your leg extension or going an extra rep, pushing yourself past your limit, contracting your muscles to a point where your muscles feel sore as fuck, doing that, you validate yourself. Did I do that today? Not with whether you gained a muscle today, not with whether you lost a pound. Did I do what I said I was going to do? And then on top of that, what you also have to do if you're not getting the results over a certain period of time is you analyze why, and then you analyze why, you figure it out, and you keep going, and you validate yourself not with the result even at this part. You validate yourself with the analyzation of the task that you said you were going to do. Now, what does that mean, Jonathan? What that means is if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And okay, I'm not getting a result. I'm not emotional about it. I'm not getting in my feelings about me not getting the result. I'm going to figure out why, and I'm going to change. And that's going to give me my validation, because I didn't just sit there and not figure out why. I analyzed it and I kept going. And that's how you validate yourself. You validate yourself through work and analyzation. Work, analyzation, work, analyzation, work, analyzation. And you keep doing it over and 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 over again. And don't even pay attention to the result. Just let that occur, because it's going to happen. But you have to be patient, and you also cannot validate yourself with it, bro. The greatest people in the world, the people that, like the Michael Jordans, the fucking people who just get up, the Mike Tysons, these motherfuckers, they never validated themselves with the result. They validate themselves with the work, which is why even when they were at the top of the game, they kept going. They kept getting up and doing it. And that's with anything. If you say, all right, cool, I'm not going to smoke weed today, validate yourself with the fact that I'm not going to smoke, you didn't smoke weed today. Validate yourself with the fact that you didn't watch porn today. Validate yourself with the fact that you didn't drink today. Validate yourself with the fact that you kept your word to yourself. Once you do that, then everything else starts to come into place. You see what I'm saying? What's up? And consistency is just a matter of repetition. Just staying repetitive. And it takes a long time for people to get consistent, because you were not taught consistency at a young age. You were taught as soon as something fails, oh, you need to change, and that's bad. Bro, if you break your consistency, don't dwell on it. Don't let it fuck up. Don't fuck up one thing and then burn the whole bridge down. Don't do that. Just get up and get back on it. Get back on the train. Get back on the path that you have to get back on. A lot of you motherfuckers just sit there and dwell on this one little situation because you fucked up one time. Dwelling on some shit is just a waste of energy. You have to realize that a lot of the shit you're doing, sitting there getting in your feelings about you not getting the result, or getting unhappy about some thing you don't have yet, or your reality is not the reality you have planned for your life. There's no point in getting upset. The only thing you can do about it is the work to get yourself out of that position, out of that situation that you're in that may not be the best right now. Most motherfuckers don't realize this, bro. They don't realize this. You know? And I see, like, people, like, everybody else, you have to understand, you have right now the lowest competition of people. Everybody else is so distracted with everything in the world. They're not focused. They're not paying attention. They're not even worried about anything. They're worried about whether the fucking Pacers in the OKC, what's going to go on with that game, or what their favorite fucking football team is going to do next year, than actually figuring out a way to take care of their family. Grown-ass fucking men. Grown-ass fucking men more worried about a fucking sports game than actually getting their shit together. Making sure that they're the best possible version of their self. They don't want to do that because that requires a lot of work. Okay? You have to love the work. You have to get used to the work. If you don't get used to the work, you're never ever going to be something. Or even if you do get it, you're going to be afraid to lose it. If I became a millionaire tomorrow, I wouldn't be afraid to lose it because I love the work. It's just like, okay, I lost $1 million. Now I have to get back on track and put in the work, bro. I had to put in the work. Okay, that just means we work more now. That just means we work more now. That means I have to get back on track. That means I have to do more now. That means we have to double down on the work. Love the work. Love the grind. Love putting in the actions that you have to put in order to get the result, and don't love the result itself. And that is a key to consistency. Loving the work. I love going to the gym. Change your verbiage about these things. Stop saying, man, I have to go to the gym today. Say, yes, I get to go to the gym to become a better person today. Stop saying, man, I wish I could eat right now. I'm starving, man. I can't do this. Say, this is what it feels like to lose weight. This is what it feels like to not be a bitch. This is what it feels like to discipline my mind. That's what's happening. You're disciplining your mind. If you're trying to lose weight and you keep over consuming, and you have to stop over consuming in order to lose the weight, you are now being taught what it means to have discipline. Life is not going to feel good all the time. You have to put yourself through pain in order to get what you want. If you don't put yourself through pain in order to get what you want, you will never get what you want. Pain is the key to everything, and that is how you stay consistency. The problem with most you motherfuckers is you just want the fucking fantasy dandy fucking land of the fucking success. You don't want the fucking bullshit. Pray for the bullshit. Pray to deal with the problems. Deal with them. Run to them. Go through them. When issues come in your life, run and figure out how to fix it. Don't just sit back and say, man, why is this happening to me? Say, thank you, God, for putting me through this situation, so now that I can fix it and become a better person. Don't allow yourself to get down because you don't have your little fucking toys you want. You don't have a fucking Ferrari or whatever the fuck you niggas want. Don't allow that shit to put you down. You're exactly where you need to be because of the actions you put in the past. So now just put in the actions in the future in order to have a better future. But most of you motherfuckers want to sit there and dwell on this shit and be sad all the fucking time. And half the time you're mad about your situation, you then distract yourself with video games, porn, weed, sugary foods, all this extra shit. And now you're just far gone now. Now you hate yourself. Now you hate who you are. You're depressed. I see this shit with majority of men. I can't even walk in the fucking store, and most of these motherfuckers is are fat out of their fucking mind, and they put their head down when they walk by me, bro. As a grown-ass fucking man, imagine being 30, 40, 50 years old, and you can't even walk by, motherfucker. Is that what you niggas want to be? A motherfucker who can't even walk by, niggas? It's a lot of this shit is really not that fucking complicated. A lot of the fucking problems that you have in your life are really easy to fix in a couple of months, just like that. You just have to lock in. You just have to lock in. You keep saying you're gonna do something and you don't do it. You keep saying you want to do this, but you don't do it. You keep saying you're gonna have to do this, but you don't do it. You keep falling off the track and then not getting back on the track. You keep letting situations dwell on certain situations, dwell on something you did wrong, and not getting back on the path to a better future. You just keep getting back off the path and staying there. What kind of fucking sense does that make? What kind of fucking sense does that make? It doesn't make any fucking sense to just sit there and not get back on the track. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's having feelings as a man, it doesn't help you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to be sad. It doesn't make any sense to worry about your fucking happiness and all this extra shit. Just worry about, wake up in the morning and say, I have to do this today and do that. Whether you have to force yourself to get to that point, whether you have to get up in the morning and literally force every single bone in your body in order to do what you have to do that day. Because everybody has those fucking days. It's going to be more of those days where you have to force yourself to get up and do what you have to do than the days where you actually want to do it. It's going to be about maybe 0.5% of the time you're going to be motivated to do what the fuck you have to do. The rest of it is brute force, discipline. Your mind, there's going to be days where your brain is going to tell you to sit down and you have to tell that motherfucker, leave me alone and get the fuck up out the bed and do exactly what you have to do. But you want to sit on your fucking ass all fucking day. And do what? None of this shit helps you at all. You don't become a better person by sitting there dwelling on all the fucking bullshit you happen to do in your reality. Change your reality with your actions. If you want to become a better person, become a better person. And the better person makes better actions. I didn't become better at life until my actions became better. Until my habits became better. Until I got rid of all of the bullshit that was holding me back. That's the day I became a better person. You motherfuckers want to sit there and worry about anything. Why your girl broke up with you. Why? It's no point. Just go back to work. She don't want you no more, my nigga. Face it. Get back to reality. It is what it is. Cry to yourself. Hold all that shit in. As a man, you must bottle up all your emotions. Don't listen to these motherfuckers telling you to express your emotions. Bottle all that shit up. Don't let nobody know how you feel. You must be stoic in the worst of times. When you are feeling the worst, it's the point you need to prove yourself. And look at it as a challenge. What time you at? So, I'm gonna leave everybody at that. I want you guys to take this. I'm not trying to yell at you motherfuckers, but it's just a lot of niggas these days who's not putting in the work that they need to put in and wondering why they're not getting the results that they want. And they're not staying consistent. So remember, even if consistency doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you're never gonna fall off. Consistency is falling off and getting the fuck back up. Not falling off twice. Don't miss twice. That's the most important thing. You may miss once, don't miss twice. Get up every single day and do what you have to do. Like and subscribe.